We are going to build something. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. I'm a New England based radio control guy, driver, builder, whatever, tinkerer. And I recently got this guy on sale, and it's time for me to build him. And this is going to be an uncut, long format video. Hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you enjoy watching these kinds of things. This is an Axial SCX-10-2, the raw builder's kit. I'm excited. I've had this now for about a week, and I finally have time to get into it. So let's do it. Let's start working on this. We're not going to need that anymore. So for anyone, whoa, that is quite the sticker sheet. They give you like all sorts of stuff. So I do have a TikTok. If anybody of you if anybody's seen it, I kind of lied when I said unedited. There will be some slight editing, just until I get started. So we're not going to need that. We are going to need the instructions. So this is actually the second kit I've built recently. Over on my TikTok, I went live and built the SMT-10 kit, which overall wasn't bad. I'm hoping I like this one a lot more, just because there are some more upgraded parts on this one. The SMT-10 kit was really basic, like all plastic, no upgraded bits. The raw builder's kit does come with some upgrades included in the kit, which normally when you buy a kit, that's kind of how it is. Like the ready to run version comes with the more basic things, and the kit version comes with some more upgraded parts. So to start, in this video, I think we're mostly just going to focus on the axles and get those done. I think the axles are the most finicky bits. They certainly take a lot of time, and you got to get, gearing and all that stuff, shocks, links, all this. I think we can put that off to the side for now. So anyways, if you've ever built a kit before, you kind of know how it goes. Lots and lots and lots and lots of part trees. And this one's no different. We got a lot of part trees here. Let me get my X-Acto blade here. So this is something I've always really enjoyed doing. I think I get more joy from the building of the kits than I do the driving. Now I still love driving, of course. I still have a blast doing that. But for me, for sure, this is where more of my joy comes from. We're going to need our side snips. So we're going to start with, so it looks like we'll be building the front and the rear axle in tandem at the same time. These things, if you're going to build a kit, side snips, absolutely crucial. You have to get these, or flush trim cutters, whatever they're called. Okay, so to start, and I think every kit I've ever had is always the same. You always start with the axles. So these come with, I think this raw builder's kit comes with the higher quality axles, or the higher quality like diff gears and stuff. So these look like they're hardened steel, machined, which is great. That's a huge upgrade over the regular cast metal or whatever kind of metal they are. However, I'm seeing that one of these bearings is not sealed. So most bearings come with like this rubber seal on them, just to keep all the dirt and grit and stuff out. This one, however, does not. That one's just open to the elements. And here's a metal sealed bearing. It's very interesting. I haven't built the 10-2 before, so this is kind of new to me. I built the original SCX-10, but not the 10-2. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to start with these open bearings right off the bat. They go right, they're the ones that go on the diff. Although, technically these don't have diffs. Okay, there we go. So let's do this. Nope, that's not the right one. One of the nice things about building these kits is it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious what bearing, like what goes where. Because if something's in the wrong spot, it's just simply not gonna fit. I mean, that's, for the most part, that's how it goes. So it's kind of nice because it's really hard to screw up. Obviously you can get like the wrong size screws in and stuff, but for the most part, they pretty much will go only in one spot. Okay, yeah, so like, that's it. that one's almost done. We still have to add the grease and everything, but for now, so the SMT10 has open diffs, front and rear, and those just take a lot longer because you got to deal with all the gears and, you know, packing the diff with grease and everything. Because these are locked, like, you don't have to build a diff, and that's really nice. It's just one big chunk of metal. You put some bearings on it, you drop in your other gear, and you're good to go. That's it. Oops. So, oh my gosh. And then of course it all comes apart. So the kit does include grease. However, I have been hearing a lot about marine grease. So I recently went to Walmart and I picked this up. It was like $10 for this whole tube. This is gonna last me like my life for the amount of grease I use. So I'm gonna forego the grease they include. And if you're gonna do this, so what's nice, the grease they include comes in a little squeeze tube, so it's nice and clean. This is obviously not a squeeze tube, so if you're gonna do it this way, get a rubber glove. Oh boy, because it is messy. And we are just gonna, I'm very much the believer that you can't use too much grease, so we're just gonna put on a big old dollop and rotate the gear just to get that grease like nice and mixed. We're gonna add a little bit more. And yeah, so there you can kind of see it. It's nice and red in there. Nice and gooey. Okay, so there's one. I'm gonna grab another little fingerful here. Add in another. I do wish, so what's nice about building a kit, if you've never built a kit before, one of the nice things is you get to learn the car, the truck, the rock crawler, whatever it is you're building, you get to learn it from the inside out. Like, you will touch every piece of this car by the time you're done, and it really gives you a good idea of things you want to change, things you're not super keen on. And already off the bat, these open bearings here, not a fan of that, because dirt, grime, water, whatever can get into the axle, will get into the axle. And if you don't have a sealed bearing there, those can get really gunked up pretty quickly. So it's an odd choice to me that they wouldn't include, everything else is rubber sealed. So it's a really weird choice to me that that wouldn't be rubber sealed either. But, so anyways, that is something that now I'm aware of. Okay, so we're done with the grease for now. We'll probably need it for the transmission, but for now we're gonna throw that glove away, put those other ones away. What do we need? We need some screws. Okay. So anyways, yeah, you really get to learn the car from the inside out, which is good, not just for learning what it is you want to replace, but also when you're driving and something breaks, you know exactly how to fix it. You know what to do, where to go, what screws to take out, because you put them in, you put it together. And so you know exactly what to do to fix it, which is great, because as hard as you try, these things can and will break. And word of warning, these things, so this is an impact driver with an MIP driving bit, hex bit, I don't know what they're called. Absolutely critical for putting a kit together. You don't, hang on. You don't like absolutely need one, so I shouldn't say they're absolutely critical, but in this case, it makes this go together so quickly. With that being said, you have to be extremely careful if you're going to use an impact driver. They do make like electric screwdrivers, which are the same thing. It's just not as powerful. It's not as strong a motor. That's not going to work. And they're much better suited to this. They're not, because they're not as strong. You're not as likely to strip out screws or plastic. I mean, the impact driver is meant for like putting houses together, you know, like construction. And so working with screws this size and plastic, if you're not careful, you can destroy it in a heartbeat. And I have. Even going too fast heats the plastic up and can damage the plastic. So that's a tool I had before from woodworking. Eventually I do plan on switching over to an electric screwdriver. Not yet. I'd rather spend that money on other toys, on other, on other things. So these videos are not meant to be, I just had this thought. Oops. What's going on? There we go. These videos are not meant to be a tutorial like how to put this together. This is more of a, I don't know, if you're bored, you want something to do, you like this kind of thing, maybe you're putting it together at the same time. This is just meant to like put on the background or burn some time. This is not a, you know, step by step, here's how to build the axles, here's how to, you know, whatever. There are videos like that. I wonder, is this supposed to go like, I don't think so. I think that's it. Okay, so there are videos out there that are definitely like, here's how you build the axle, here's how you whatever. That's not what these videos are meant to do. If that's what you're looking for, I'm sorry. This is more for me just to sit down, hang out with you guys, do something I enjoy doing, hopefully something you enjoy watching, and just kind of a chit chat. Like I said, the SMT10 I did build live on my TikTok, and it was a lot of fun. You know, talking to the people who were watching, they would ask questions, they would talk about different RCs they had owned, and I had a lot of fun. And I thought about doing that for this as well, but I decided, you know, since I had the two kits, I'm gonna do one on TikTok and one on here, spread the love, you know. That way, you know, maybe you're not on TikTok, maybe you don't want to be on TikTok, and that way you can come here and watch it. Obviously there isn't that same level of you know, interaction. You're just watching, you know. By the time you're watching this, I may have done it who knows how long ago, but hopefully, you know, you still get something out of it. Right, so like this is, like I mentioned before, the kits very often come with upgrades, and this is one of them. So it includes these these universal axles. Normally you got to pay extra for these, and these are included in the kit. So normally it's just like the dog bone and drive cup, which work, but these you get better steering angle, they're more durable. And I was hoping that in the SMT10 kit they included the universals as well, but they didn't. It was just the regular dog bones. So it's things like that that were kind of disappointing. You know, they include them in this kit, but not that kit, so whatever. It is what it is, you know? I feel like there's still There we go. So that's something you can kind of feel click into place, so to speak. Oh, except that one just popped right in, no problem. All right, so is there a left and a right? I don't, let's see, that's the rear axle. So one thing, when doing left or right, so the universals are the same, but you want to make sure, like with the knuckles, because there is a bit of Ackerman, I believe is what it's called, built in, you want to make sure that when you put it together, the axle shaft is straight across. If you put it in the wrong way, you may end up with something like, let's see if we can get it back in, something like this, where the axle shaft, you can see clearly, just kind of goes up at this angle. So you want to make sure, and this is something I did in the SMT10, I put it in the wrong way. So you just want to make sure that the axle shaft is nice and straight. And we need, oh, all right. We need a new screw. So this is great. So in the old axles, they use this little like steel or brass or something spacer, and they're a huge pain in the butt. So I'm glad to see that they're using these step screws. I don't know how well you can see that, but they were so annoying. So you had to like fit them into the knuckle or the C-hub, whatever it is. A huge pain in the butt. So I'm really glad to see that they switched over to these step screws and just eliminate, you know, one more frustrating thing. Whatever they can do to make these things more fun and easier to put together, I'm all for. Okay, but clearly they're not that easy. I am struggling. And I'm going to build this kit completely by the manual, by the book. I have no upgrades currently to put in. There are, of course, plenty of upgrades I plan on making, but I don't have any with me. No body, tires, or wheels are included with this. I have not gone out and bought any. I do have a project in mind I'm really excited about, but at this time, I'm basically just going to build it as it comes from the box and then go in later and fix it. So quick tip on these, because they use those step screws, what you can do is tighten down, and if you do, as an example, you'll notice that the knuckle doesn't spin or doesn't turn as easily. So what you can do is tighten down and then just back up just a little bit until that moves nice and freely, and then you're good. So we'll do the other side now. All right. And these axles are so much, they're so much easier to put together because, like I said, the SMT 10s have that open diff. You know, it took me quite a bit longer to get those together than these. These are going together really quickly, really easily too, which is great. Although I do see one mistake I made on the diff cover. There's this little white spot right here. And of course the camera's not focusing. So that's where I screwed the screw in a little too far and it came out and bulged out against that plastic. So that's something, learn from my mistakes if you're watching along. That's something to be aware of. Don't screw them in too far. Again, the impact driver definitely doesn't help with that. Okay, but we're gonna tighten up this screw here, get it nice and where we like it, that's good. And the front axle's done. Obviously we still need the steering. Oh, this one is actually a little tight. There we go. Yeah, so the front axle's done, nice and easy. And the rear axle should be even easier because all we need to do, yeah, so we're just gonna take the axle shaft here, slide those in, and then you just slide a bearing on top of that. Do that on both sides. They are, the diff is, or the pumpkin is in the middle. So both axle shafts are the same size. And what's nice is on the instruction, you can see on the side here, they have like the different hardware and stuff you're gonna need, and that's printed true to size. So if you're worried about like, is this the right screw I need, you can just hold it up. And of course it has the dimensions there too, but sometimes it's just easier, you know. For me, I'm a very visual person. All right, we're gonna go back to this because these screws are a little bit long. So for things like that, like the electric screwdriver makes it so much easier. Like it's not hard, of course, to screw it in by hand. Okay. But it just like, it makes it so much easier. And stop as soon as, so there's two ways to do it. Either stop as soon as you feel resistance, if you're using the electric screwdriver, or stop before you get to the end and then finish by hand, which is the safer option. And I'm actually gonna move this mic. So I picked these up off of Amazon. And we're just gonna clip it to my shirt there. I worry that my shirt flapping around is gonna add a bunch of noise and stuff. So I'm sorry if up till now you've been, if the audio has been super annoying. All right, and just like that, the axles are done. The rear axle is so simple, I love it. But with those done, we are now gonna move on to, because those actually took a lot less time than I was expecting. So now with that done, we're gonna move on to the suspension links. And like the universal axles, this is another upgrade that comes in the Raw Builders kit. You get aluminum links, and you get enough to do 3 different wheelbases, which is great. The front links are all the same length, but they include different links for the rear if you want to do, I don't know what the exact dimensions are, but a 12.3, a 12 inch, and I think like an 11.4 or something like that. So that's great. It gives you a few extra parts, you know, if you're not going to use those 2 other wheelbases. That's great. Did I forget? I worry. I have 2 more bearings. And I worry that I missed somewhere. But like those have it. That has it. I don't know, maybe I'll use them later. Maybe those are for the... Ugh. That's always nerve-wracking when you finish a section and there's parts left. Like, I can't imagine they gave me extra bearings, but I don't know, maybe. All right, so let's get started. So it looks like we're gonna need AX33, nope, that's not it. We're gonna need a bunch of different rod ends for this part. And I wanna make sure I'm getting the right ones. Oh, wait. 33168, okay, yeah, these are them. Now, I don't know, maybe you can leave in the comments. I usually use Traxxas rod ends, the Revo rod ends. I've had really good luck with those. I don't know how the axial ones hold up. So if you have a lot of experience, if you want to just like leave a comment and let me know if it's worth sticking with the axial ones or if I should upgrade to Revo. One thing I do not like about the axial ones is the plastic ball, rod end balls, whatever they're called. I don't like that at all. I think that's just a bad idea. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. Okay, so what we're gonna do is you need the straight ones. So those are number 8. So they include these long set screws, and we're just going to drive those into the rod end first. And I'm going to grab another wrench here just to hold on to the rod end. So you don't want to, these are really cool. I really like how they do these. So you screw them into the rod ends, and then you screw them into the actual links, and you always want to screw them into the plastic first. And the reason for that is, so they do have a hex cut into them, so you can screw them. But if you screw them into the link and then you go to screw the plastic on, what's going to happen, because there's going to be more friction going onto the plastic, you might end up driving that set screw further into the link. So you always screw them into the rod end. And then, because we're screwing into metal, I don't know if it matters that much, honestly. I don't think it does. Yeah, I don't think we need thread lock. I think we're going to try without thread lock. Does it say? No, okay. Yeah, so we're not going to use thread lock. Because it's not like a screw that can like rattle out. Because you have a link on one end, it's preventing that rod end from twisting out all the way. Of course, it can like loosen up a little bit, but it's not going to come out. So I don't think we're going to use any Loctite on those. So we're not going to worry about it. Right. So let's just... And this part might be, you know what? Let's keep going. We are just going to keep going with this thing. And this is why, like, this is an instance where having one of these is just a lifesaver. Trying to do this by hand, again, possible, but this just makes it so much more pleasant. See if I can spin that around. And they also make... They also make... I wonder how far I'm screwing that into, by the way. Oh, that's good. They also make like a special tool that holds onto the rod end, which I'm sure would make this even easier, even better. I don't have one of those, so I just use the old I just use the old, you know, stick the wrench through the end of the rod end and good to go. But we're just gonna do this in a bulk. I find doing things in bulk the best way to do things. Like if I'm doing a lot of repeated action, like rod ends, I find that just doing the same action, if I have to do a lot of the same action, doing it all at once is, for me, such a better way of doing it. It seems to make it faster and easier, and then I can focus on one task at a time. And like use one tool at a time. So like for building the links, I'm not going to need this. So I can put it away, you know, and then just focus on other things. And I think we're just going to like, let's see. I think I'm just going to leave it there for now. Just to make sure that like I'm not sure, it comes with bent rod ends, it comes with straight rod ends. So I'm just gonna do that for now. Of course, right after I say I'm gonna do it all at once, just to make sure that I'm not I'm not sure how many bent rod ends I need. I don't know how many straight rod ends I need. So we're just gonna do that, and then if I need more, I'll make more. Plain and simple. Oh, interesting. So 14, 18. I didn't realize the links have two different part numbers on them, and I'm not sure why. Or maybe it's the same? Memory card issues right there. So we're moving over to my other favorite tool, which is a shock building tool. And it has this little like post on it, which makes putting rod ends in so easy. And it's honestly like the greatest thing. It just makes it so much easier than trying to use pliers. I got this one off Amazon for like 10 bucks. No, that's the wrong size. So that's the other thing. Make sure you're grabbing the right size threaded tube. That's the one I need. Again, everything in the manual is lined up perfectly by size, or sized correctly. So all you have to do is put something down on top of it. So there's our drag link. Looks like we need to make 3. So we need to make a steering link, a drag link, and a Panhard bar. So, but it looks like the steering link and the drag link, or sorry, the drag link and the Panhard bar are the same. So let's see. Get that on there. I don't love that. So like with this one, there's the eye on that one, but you have to like twist it. So I'm gonna see if I like adjust the set screw at all, if that, oh boy, that one's really in there. And that felt like it was about to, okay, let's try that. If not, it's not the end of the world. I just don't like it when it rattles around a little bit. Yeah, see, that one's just a little bit loose. I don't love that. So let's try, wonder if I can put like a little washer or something in there. Or, you know what, we're just not gonna worry about it. How about that? How about we just do, I don't know, that's gonna drive me nuts. I don't know what to do there. I can try, there we go. That will, it's not perfect, but it will work. Okay, so now we have our drag link and our Panhard bar. Those need some balls. Although honestly, with these plastic rod ends and balls and stuff, you can snap them in by hand. Oops, except I put one in backwards. So let's pop that one out. And we need that one to go like that. Okay. And we're going to double check just to make sure that, yep, those are the right length. Now we need our steering link, which is a pretty long one. Maybe that one. And this one uses the little bent rod ends there, just to clear the pumpkin. Okay. These aluminum links are pretty nice. Oh man, that one's doing it too. Yeah, I need just like a little washer or something in there. Cause I don't like, if it's loose, it has just a little bit of play. And I hate that. Like my number one pet peeve is like things that aren't nice and tight. And I can't imagine that like loosening these would make any, like unscrewing the set screw, like I can't imagine that would make a difference, right? Okay, and survey. Well, now we just have like one going up and one going down, and that's not gonna work. All right, let's try loosening another one. I don't know, does that make a difference? Like with the way the threads line up and stuff? I have no idea. But let's see. Come on, work with me. Nope, that did nothing. Dang it. Oh, darn it, darn it, darn it. All right, what do I do here? What do I do here? What do I do here? Yeah, it's just like, it's like half a turn. And loosening or tightening doesn't seem to have any impact on it whatsoever. I don't think. Maybe if I loosen it up a ton. So this is the part of the video I would normally cut out, just like this problem solving, boring stuff. And I don't know if someone's sitting at home and just yelling at me to, I don't know, do the right thing. I don't know. But like, oh yes, yes, okay, yep, loosening did it. There we go. Now they're both pointed the direction I need. We're gonna snap some metal ball, or some of these. Ow. Okay, steering is done. So now we're gonna grab our front axle, and we're gonna grab, we need 2 screws this size, 1 screw that size. Okay, and the long one goes, got it. So with what I like, that these knuckles are captured, is that the right word? So there's like material on the top and the bottom, just to help support the steering rod, tie rod. I like that. Not every axle does that. Certainly not the older ones. Yeah, anyways, I was saying that, you know, problem solving, you know, that is something I would normally cut out. So normally this would be a video, you know, I would make, and it would be, you know, 10, 15 minutes long, and I'd cut out all the boring stuff and put in fun transitions and, you know, make it, maybe just do a voiceover. I had a lot of fun over on the, let's see, hang on a sec. So that's the one that needs to be reversed. Okay. Oh, that one is reversed. I had a lot of fun over on the, sorry for my interruption of myself. I had a lot of fun over on TikTok doing that stream and just sitting in front of the camera and doing it and talking and problem solving in real time. And like I said earlier, I was like, you know, not everybody's on TikTok. So it might be fun to do one live, or sorry, not live, on YouTube. So I figured, why not? I'll do one on TikTok and one on YouTube, and that way, if you're on YouTube, great, you get to watch it here. If you're on TikTok, great, you get to watch it there. Although going live, I guess it doesn't really record it, so if you missed it, you missed it. That's the other thing. Although it was fun going live and talking to people, I was kind of like, well, you know, if you couldn't get to watch it and you wanted to, it kind of SOL. So I figured, you know, at least if it's on YouTube and you want to watch it, you can. Okay, so anyways, there's the steering. So this uses a 3-link setup in the front. So this is your Panhard mount, or Panhard bar. This mounts to the chassis, and this keeps the axle from swaying left or right. So that is the purpose of the Panhard bar. But now we are going to make the remainder of the links, and I am very sorry if this gets boring. Okay, let's make sure we get the right ones here. Definitely not those. Definitely not those, but those are the ones. So we need, let's see, what do we need? We need 2 of these. Okay, and these I'll use straight. So we need some more rod ends here. That's okay, I got plenty right here. We are going to snip off 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And we're gonna bring this guy back. Throw that on there. And we're gonna throw this through there. All right, there's one. Next one. We're gonna try and do this as fast as we can. Make it more interesting for you guys at home. I know there are channels, you know, that do go live. I don't have enough subscribers, unfortunately, to go live on YouTube. I'd love it if I could. But I am still having a lot of fun with my little channel, and making. So all I'm doing, I shouldn't say all I'm doing. So I'm trying to make the videos, the kind of videos that I would want to see, and I've always enjoyed watching. These are kind of nice. You can pop them in by hand. I've always enjoyed watching on YouTube adventure videos, overland videos, and so, you know, I decided that I was like, you know, those are the kind of videos I think I want to make. I want to make videos that kind of tell a story, a little bit higher quality, you know, that use, you know, music and sound effects that have, you know, like I said, I try to tell a story. So I really enjoy making the videos that have kind of a beginning, middle, and end, like, you know, going on a camping trip or going to explore something. I just find those a lot more fun. Oh, I gotta make one more. I find them a lot more fun, not only to film, but, okay, what do we need with this one? We need two, oh, this one's interesting. All right. What was I saying? Oh, so they're a lot more fun, not only to film, but also to watch, I think. Not to, like, you know, rag on anybody else's channel. And certainly not to say that, you know, mine are better than other people's, or, I lost it, where'd it go? Okay. No. Didn't I swear I just had a bent link. Okay, I guess I didn't, so let's cut one. Yeah, so I'm certainly not trying to say that my channel is inherently better than anyone else's, or my ideas are better than anyone else's. Like I said, all I'm trying to do are make the kind of videos that I would want to watch, and that's ultimately my goal. And I hope that other people will enjoy watching them as well. So for me, this is, well, just lost that one. For me, this has been more about just having fun with RC cars, fun making the videos, try to keep it interesting. When I lived out in Utah, so I recently moved back to New England. I grew up out here, and I was living in Utah for a while for work. And unfortunately, I had access to some pretty... I shouldn't say unfortunately. Fortunately, while in Utah, I had access to some pretty incredible scenery, which, you know, we just don't have out in New England. We don't have those, you know, Moab with the crazy red rock or beautiful mountains in the background. So I am trying. All right, this one is going to be, how does this one go? So like that? Is that right? I think that's right. So I am trying to find unique places out here. And it's certainly, you know, it can be difficult. Oh, all right, we're going to use this guy for this. And I have some ideas that I'm really looking forward to filming. Part of it is just, you know, finding the motivation more than anything to get outside, to film those videos. That's a big part of it, you know, because working all day in the office and getting home, you know, there are some days, most days, where it's like I don't want to go outside and film a video and then edit it and, you know, stay up late and put it together and then, you know, get the thumbnail ready and all that. Oh, come on. All right, and then they use, well, hang on a sec, and I will discuss what I'm doing. Okay, so like I said, the front uses a Panhard mount. So we've got our Panhard bar here, which stops the axle moving left to right on the chassis. And then you have your upper link, and this prevents the axle from rotating. And then your lower links keep the axle, you know, from shifting forward and backwards. And the axles are set up to use 4 links on the front if you want. There is an extra mount here, so you just have to throw in an extra spacer right there. But that's not a problem. I'm just gonna make sure that's nice and tight. Okay, we're good. And then we get to throw on the lower links, which go like so, right? No, like so. Okay. I don't know if it matters. So on the balls for the rod ends, one of them is flanged, one end is flanged and one is not. I honestly don't know if it matters. which end the flange goes on, but it seems to, they have that in the instructions, like which end to put the flange on, so we're just gonna go with it. All right, so you see, an electric screwdriver, this is the, like I said, I built these as a kid, and as a teenager, I should say, and I did not have an electric screwdriver. I didn't even have a good wrench set, which, by the way, if you're gonna do this, like, do yourself a favor, spend the money and get a decent wrench set, like hex drivers. And you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars or whatever they cost. So this is from Dynamite. I think these were like 30 bucks for the set. I have the metric and the standard size. Best money I think I've ever spent on radio control. It makes it so much easier to have a decent set of wrenches, I mean. Okay, but there we have the front links. Those are done. So now we're gonna move on to the rear links. Okay, so yeah, 12.3, 12-inch, and 11.4. Those are the three link lengths they include in the kit to set it up. We're gonna go with the 12.3-inch. The build that I have in mind is a 12.3-inch build. That's kind of the norm, and that's what we're gonna go for. So I guess right now, I wanna make sure that I've got all of the rod ends that I'm gonna need. Looks like we need one more of these. We need a couple of straight. So I'm just gonna lay them out just to make sure. So I need another straight one. So there we go, there's a straight one I can use. I'm gonna try to cut off, there we go. Okay, so we need 2 straight ones. And we need 4 straight ones. Okay, well, this is why we do it. I'm gonna grab a straight one off of here. Okay, we need 4 straight ones, and we need 2 of these angled ones, and we're gonna need 2 of those angled ones. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're good. So once again, we're doing this bit. So I think we're going to get all these rod ends together. We're gonna build the links, and then I think we are gonna call it a night there. I have no idea how long this video, is gonna end up being. If you are still watching, I applaud you and I thank you. Like I said, this was definitely meant to be a video. You would just, you know, watch the parts you wanted to, skip through whatever you didn't, put it on in the background. I don't know, just skip over it, not watch it at all. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. I am a firm believer in watching the content you want to watch because you want to watch it, and not spending your time on stuff you don't want to. Because these days there's enough, certainly for me at least, there is enough enough to juggle my attention on that, you know, if I don't want to watch something, I'm not gonna, because I can use that time to do something I do want to do. Unfortunately, my boss wouldn't. Can't do that with work, unfortunately. Definitely, you do what they tell you, but that's all right. It's just the name of the game, right? Ah, stay on there. Fortunately, this thing makes it a whole heck of a lot faster, which is great. We're definitely, okay, so now we need some more balls. So we're just gonna pop these guys off. We got 2, we need 8. There's 3, there's 4. yeah, so anyways, if you decided to watch this video and you're still watching, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I know it is a long one. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. But you know, some people really like that. Some people love just sitting down and popping on a video while they're working on something, or, you know, put it on in the background while they're studying or trying to fall asleep or something. And you know, however you want to watch is fine by me. If you want to watch. All right, now we got to find that one. Okay, so I need those two. And I need, nope. I need that one. I need one more, that one. Okay. So we got these two, and just double check on those two. So you guys get one that goes like that, and one that goes like, nope, not that one, that one. And that is incorrect. So there's another one where it's like facing the wrong way. So let's try unscrewing it a little bit. Seemed to work with the last one. If I can hang on to it. All right, so I'm just gonna loosen that set screw up. And that kinda helped, but not, oh wait, here we go. Yeah, okay, we're good. I can just use the other link. Oh. Yeah, okay. Some of these go in really easily and some of them do not. All right, so there's one. I'm gonna take a drink here. Ah, fizzy. All right, now let's do the other one. Oh, make sure I grab the right tube here. I did not. So right now I'm building the upper links. Okay, so now we need this guy. And we're gonna hope that, oh, would you look at that? That worked out perfectly. Look at that. Ow. Okay, but I did just notice that. Is that one right? Oh, look at that. I did it right on the first try. That is a miracle. Okay, so upper links are done. And now these are nice and easy because these bottom ones are just these straight rod ends. So I don't have to worry about like, which way is it angled? As long as it's, you know, lined up, we're good. And, okay. Yeah, see, like that one does not want to go in. Other ones did, no problem. Okay. It looks like I will need to break off another rod end, or sorry, another ball. I don't love that they use these plastic balls. I really wish they would hang on a second. I think there's a mistake in there. I really wish they would switch to metal balls for the rod ends. I don't understand why the plastic. They're just not going to last as long. They're not as good. Easier to break. Okay, like so. And like so. Right? Is that right? No, we need it like that. We need that one like that and that one like that. So again, I'm just trying to line up the flanges. Yeah. Sometimes you push them through. Okay. All right. Now I think, yeah, so it shows you It does have the instructions to do the different wheelbases, and then on this page, of course, you have the one that I was going off, 12.3. So that is really handy. So now, from what I can tell, I have these different links. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8 links now that I can use in other projects. Like that's great. That's a good move in my book from Axial. Okay, so now I need one of these and 2 of those. There we go. So the ones with the bent rod ends, these guys go up top. I'm really excited to be putting this together. I have always kind of cheaped out when it comes to RC. Yeah, so I've always kind of cheaped out when it comes to RC. So typically, except I think I put these on the wrong side. So out they come. So I just I try to buy used. I try to make what I have last as long as I can. Which is, of course, the more economical way of doing it, the whatever. But it also means that I don't have new things very often. I try to buy used where I can. And yeah, so I usually just have old stuff, old used stuff. It's dirty. So to have this kit and the SMT both new, this is weird for me. This is great. I'm super stoked. 2 new vehicles, that's great. I love it. Okay, so now we just do the lower links. Okay, just like that. And then I think we're gonna wrap it up here. The next video, I believe, will be transmission. As soon as I get this link in, I'll just do it right now. Yes, shocks. Shocks, transmission, drive shaft, and then moving on to the chassis. So the next video will probably be building the shocks and maybe the transmission. And then after that, I don't know, we'll see. We'll take it, we do this for as long as I have time, as long as I feel like it. We'll do this until I feel like it's time to call it a night. But you guys know what it's like. You work on something and you get to a point where you're like, yeah, I think I'm done. And I think that, where's the other one? There we go. So I think that's where we're going to call it for the night. Sorry about that. We have a maximum limit of the amount of time we can record, which is apparently half an hour. So in any case, we're going to call it a night. We have, our main components together, which is good. And we got steering, we got links, we got axles. So the next video will be transmission and suspension, and yeah, maybe drive shafts as well. We will see. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of this long format video. I don't normally do this. If this is something you enjoy, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear back. If you thought this was real dumb and you don't want to see it again, you could say that too. If you prefer the more cut down, just show me the interesting stuff, I can do that. I just thought I'd try to mix it up. I know some people really like these long format videos. I know I do, depending on the content. So yeah, leave me a comment, a like, subscribe, tell your buddies. I'd love to see this channel grow a little bit more. But if not, that's all right too. I'm having a good time. I hope you're having a good time too. But yeah, that's it. We will see you in the next one.